see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, 20.
Check, 53, mark.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Check.
They begin the drive with Coleman. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Real. Hey, high 7.
Check.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Check.
Hey, 0.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley down to the 25. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Got it.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Coleman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
King.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Point it right. 10. Hurry. Hurry.
53 is the mic. Hey, here I come.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Hey, Echo. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw it. This is Coleman with a grab. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
King. Recon, 152 fighter.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Run. Go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check that.
3rd and long for Mayfield. It's complete to Grant. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hurry!
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Regular. Check three.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Strip that ball. Up. Hey, Charlie. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. It's just me. Run. It's just me and you.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Hey, 61, matchbox lights.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, it'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Regular. Alert. Hey, alert. Smooth. Real. Bang. Hey, alert 33.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Pilot, 64, wait.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And he's got some space here. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Coleman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check, check. Run. Point it right. Hurry.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and a return will stop right around the 25. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mike 58, right there. That's what I do. Tight dog. King. Hey, zoom. My God.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
King. He's coming. Hey, alert. Hurry.
On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Joker. Pistol.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so there's no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Run, 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 run. Hurry, hurry! Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 49, check 49, check 49. Check 9, check 9.
Mayfield down. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Go, go. Regular, regular, regular.
Now they hand off to Coleman, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you.
25.
Running left, Coleman. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on third down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Five.
Check safety. Slam.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Regular. Hey, Alpha. Check.
Slam.
Real. Hurry.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Grant. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
180.
It's our time.
Point it right.
On first down, Coleman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweater.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tevin Coleman. with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 43. 12. Deuce. 95. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Trump.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Grant on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, wahoo! 80 weapons.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. On the screen, this is Coleman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Mayfield now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He's checking. Four down.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Wilson's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Go. 22's coming, Mike. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Taking a deep shot here and this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm here all day. Kill.
Hey, on 133.
Watch
Working out of the gun. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Watch the twins. Kill. Shoot. King.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your big...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
22's coming, Mike. Here we go, D.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Taking it deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
56, right there, 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. This is the tight end fan.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check. Watch safety green. Pistol.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he struggles to get a yard here. Maybe a yard down to the 31. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. James has got it. Complete. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
36 power. 36 power. 22's coming. Mike. So we got man. Jim. 14. Hayward. 14.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerome Baker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
In your face.
To try again after the sack. Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where
and this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 47 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I got you. Look. He's crashing. Go 14.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. There's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
First down, Bears.
Gets it to Hardman. A jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Mike 22. Mike 22. Watch twist. Mike 22. He's coming. 22's coming.
There.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 4 down. 22, Mike 22. Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something's...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Mayfield down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Run. Hey, Haywood. Mike. Check. Watch 54. Run. Get in the way.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Check back.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
They're running it.
Wilson to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. To put someone...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.